This is my Module 5 presentation. For my blended learning model, I chose a rotation station learning model. As I teach 4th grade math and science, I think that this model fits best for the lower grade levels. Students at this age work well in small groups, but need some structures and directions on how to interact within those groups. Students at this age love technology and can be very engaged in it. However, they are also more likely to be distracted and use technology for other purposes. The rotation station model allows smaller groups of students with allocated technology and a chance for teachers to monitor activities. In describing the rotation station model, students are set at a station that they will rotate throughout the day. Each station has a specific activity that they will complete. The activities are parts of the lesson for that day. Students can have a choice to the stations or be assigned a sequence within a group. Educators are able to monitor or work with individual stations. Students are not completely immersed in technology. This is a sample lesson that I have taught without blended learning. For the first 5 minutes, students will work on a warm-up activity or a number sense activity. For the next 5 minutes, students will discuss about the objective for the day and what is expected at the end of the lesson. For the next 5 minutes, students will review vocabulary for the day. The next 10 minutes, teacher will do whole group instructions on classifying angles based on their characteristics. The next 30 minutes, with guided group instructions, students will work with the teacher using geoboards to identify angles. The next 10 minutes, students discuss their answers and problem solving within their groups. The next 30 minutes, students will work independently and solve problems on their own. At the last 5 minutes, students will do a cleanup and do an exit ticket. Thoughts on the vertical lesson. This vertical lesson is linear and students work through the lesson as a whole group. The pacing is guided with the teacher and students are expected to complete the lesson by the allocated time. Worksheets or student products are expected at the end of the lesson. There is no room for adjustments in the lesson and student differentiation. In adjusting my lesson with blended learning, I divided my lesson to 4 stations. For the first station, students will match vocabularies with their definition. For the second station, students will create angles using geoboards. For the third station, teacher leads instructions on identifying angles. And the last station, which is an online computer station, students will discuss their problem solving of identifying angles on an online discussion. These are my thoughts on the horizontal lesson. After changing the sample vertical lesson horizontal, it definitely makes the lesson more student focused. The lesson was divided up into stations, which allows students to pace themselves throughout the lesson. As the teacher, I am also able to deliver instruction to a smaller group of students and provide more individualized attention. Students are also given opportunities to communicate with other students and learn from each other. Students are also given opportunities to use technology as a way to learn online and discuss problems with other students. In my reflection, vertical lesson planning is a traditional way to deliver a lesson. However, this can create a richer way of learning as it doesn't allow students to self-assess or pace themselves. When changing a vertical lesson into a horizontal one, the lesson plan becomes more meaningful and individualized. The students are able to communicate and learn from other students. They're able to use technology in meaningful ways and incorporate into their learning. Teachers are also able to work with smaller groups of students and provide more higher quality instruction.